Hey techies, welcome back in Tech IVP channel. So techies, today we are again going to discuss about some basic interview question for the SDET role for the SDET role. So in this tutorial we'll cover. Just let me move to the next step. We discuss in the first video, in second, and in the third. So in third step we are discussing these 25 questions. Acceptance testing we already discussed. Okay, and now we are going to discuss this one. What is vulnerability, what is black box testing, what is white box testing, what is gray box testing, and how many types of the black box testing, how many types of the integration testing. Okay, what is top down approach, what is bottom up approach, what is GUI testing, what is functional non-functional testing, and what is requirement traceability matrix. This one is a really important interview question. Most of the time interview asks this question: what do you mean by RTM? What do you mean by RTM, requirement traceability matrix? Okay, or DTM, what is this defect traceability matrix? Okay, so this is really important class. Okay, also this one, these both questions really important. Most of the time into ask what do you mean by severity and priority. Can you let me know real time example of the low severity and high priority, high severity and low priority, medium priority and high severity but medium priority. So these confusing questions. Okay, so in this video we can discuss all these questions. Okay, and one more important question: what do you mean by QA and QC? What do you mean by QA and QC? What is the difference between quality assurance and quality control? Okay, so let's start. But guys, going to before next step, please like, share, and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET role interview questions. So let's start. The very first question is, it's not a very first question, it's a 51 question. Okay, 50 already we have covered in the last tutorial, so this one is a 51. Okay, so the what do you mean by vulnerability testing? So vulnerability testing are the assessment of software and underlying infrastructure revealed security loopholes or risks that are critical present in software due to which some loss should be incurred. Okay, so the simple mean is, here is some loopholes. You have to, as a Q engineer, you have to find out the loopholes and share with the developer and minimize these loopholes. Suppose we are entering some SQL injection in the username and password and user get login. So this one is a vulnerable. Okay, so this one is called vulnerable. If suppose this one is a login page, okay, username, here you have to provide some SQL injection. Okay, the password also in SQL injection, you are getting login in the dashboard. This one is a vulnerable. Got it? What is black box testing? Black box testing is an application where we don't consider internal structure of code, how internal code is internally working. We just run software using the UI level. Okay, and black box testing have various types: equivalence, partitioning, boundary value analysis, cause effect testing. Okay, in upcoming question we can also discuss about this one, what are type of black box testing and what are type of white box testing. Okay, but right now just focus here. Okay, black box means we didn't know the internal structure of code, simple answer. Okay, and in the white box we know the internal structure of code and generally happens by the developer. This type of testing is done by the developer. Okay, and this type of testing is done by the QA engineer, or tester. Okay, so in the white box, the type of white box is statement coverage, branch coverage, decision coverage, condition coverage, control flow, and data flow testing. Okay, the next question is, what is gray box testing? Gray box means when tester has partial knowledge of internal working means internal structure of code and feature of the application. The developer, you can say that it's a developer or it's a QA, have some basic idea about the code, how code is running and how application is running, is called gray box testing. Okay, and the type of gray box is improper functionality, missing condition in the feature. The gray box tester check. Okay, the various techniques used in the gray box testing is matrix testing, regression testing, and orthogonal array testing, pattern testing. Okay, so these are the test design technique. So most of the time interview ask how many type of the test design technique: black box, white box, and gray box, or experience based. Okay, so what are the different level of testing? So testing have four level. unit testing, integration testing, system testing and user acceptance testing. In the software development life cycle, our mainly testing levels are starting from the unit testing followed by integration testing, then system testing, and then final user acceptance testing. Okay, explain integration testing of the model in the real life example. When testing of the various models that are linked together. Suppose your login page is properly connected through your dashboard or inbox. Once you are enter valid username or password, then it will be redirected to the dashboard, not to the some other page. So in the integration testing, we can check it is models are properly connected through the interface or not. Okay, suppose you have to click on the logout, then it will be back out to the login page, not to the inbox page. Got it? So this one is called integration testing. So for example, after logging the Amazon portal, user can view his order history, pending order, Amazon wallet detail, etc. Prime Video stream. These are all things are properly integrated, properly connected through the interface or not. Okay, this is called integration testing. Got it? And integration testing is also 3 types. Keep in mind, integration testing is 3 types. This top-down and bottom-up approach. Okay, this one. So the top-down approach is of the testing, breaking complex model into smaller portion. It is become easy for the assessment. Example: top management form rules, organization, middle level, and management level to lower level. This is called top down. And if we talk about the step top down, then here is a specific model helps in testing. Specific model missing helps in testing, and integration testing will follow the data to take place from top to bottom. Okay, and bottom to up, here smaller models which are easy to test into large single complex models. Smaller group student, see here, smaller group student access a situation problem, solution resolved it, the situation discussed with the teacher. Okay, and then teacher discuss with the management. Okay, and teacher discuss with the management. Okay, his students are lower level, upper level is teachers. Okay, teacher is upper level, and the more upper level is management. Got it? I hope you are getting you are understanding this thing. Okay, what is a top down, bottom up approach? Okay, so let's jump to the next question. What is driver bottom up approach of the integration testing? The test driver are calling models that are temporary replacement of the upper level models that are not yet integrated. Drivers fill the gap of absence of models to verify flow of data higher level. Models. Okay, from higher level. Okay, what is GUI testing? GUI is a graphical user interface related to the frame of the screen. Means this one is your frame. So only mean about this one, no mean about the function. Will you be able to click on the button? Will you be able to enter text? Will you be able to click on once you have to click on the privacy policy, it will be related to the privacy policy? No, there is only meaning about the UI. UI should be looks, and there should not be like this one is your page. Okay, username field is here and password field is here and submit button is here. It should not be. It should be in the same line. This one is username, password, and this one is login button, and here your privacy policy in the bottom. Okay, so this one is UI testing. What is functional testing? Functional testing is the working of the web element, drop down button, checkbox, radio buttons, and feature of the application. Functional testing categorized into various types of such as unit test, integration test, GUI test, localization test, usability test, regression testing, or system testing. Okay, example of clicking on the print button, then button should be work. Okay, pop-up menu should be displayed showing existing page into the print configuration window with print button. On clicking on the print button, content such as text, image, or the spread or selected page should be sent to the print. Okay, so this is called functional testing. Got it? The next question is, what is non-functional testing? So the non-functional testing deals with the testing parameters that offers that feature of the application, those are include performance testing, reliability, security and integrity, scalability and portability. Okay, for the performance means, for example, you have a calculator and you have to multiply it 24 into 7. So how soon you are getting the output is called performance testing. How soon it will be respond. Okay, suppose you are searching something on the Google page, so how soon it can be present the result is called performance testing. Okay, the next question is, what is requirement traceability matrix? Really important, very important, both are really important question. Okay, what is requirement traceability matrix? Requirement traceability matrix is a document that map test case with the requirement, as discussed in the software requirement document. Software requirement document means SRS, as discussed in the SRS. Okay, documents that map the test case with the requirement discussed in the software requirement document. RTM is a single document that makes sure that all the requirements are mapped and are covered and has test case corresponding to the requirement. Okay, what is defect traceability matrix? The defect traceability matrix is a document that maps defect in any corresponding test case. This document helps to trace defect, test case are and requirements, thereby given to the idea whether defects has been resolved or not. Defect traceability matrix. Defect traceability matrix just show us the defect is fixed or not. Okay, if resolved, the build will be released or received. Okay, if not fixed, then it will be again back to the developer for the development team. Okay, the next question is, what are the techniques used in the test design? So in the test design, we can use three techniques: black box, white box and gray box. If we talk about the black box, then these are the equivalence partitioning, boundary value analysis, decision table, state transition, error guessing. Okay, the next question is, what is equivalence partition? Equivalence partition, suppose you have age 18 to 49. Okay, a person who can fill this form whose age is in between 18 to 49. So how you can create test cases for how how you can design the test case? So in that case, what you can do, you can create three classes. Okay, first class is 17, 0 to 17. Okay, 0 to 17, then 18 to 49, and then 50 to 100. Three classes you have to be create. Okay, next question, what do you mean by boundary value analysis? And give me the real time example. Most of the time interview ask question. So the boundary value analysis means one is lower, suppose age is 18 to 49, then 17 you can enter and 50 you can enter. Other one will be already verified. So the formula is -1 and +1. 18 minus 1 is equal to 17. 49 plus 1 is equal to 50. So you have to check these both value only. Okay, this is called boundary value. On the edge we can check. Okay, the next one is, what is decision table? So the decision table, suppose you have a login page. Okay, so in the login page you have a login page kind of this one, username, and this one is password, and this one is submit. Okay, this one username and this one is password. Okay, so this one is a login page. Okay, so this one is a login page. Okay, so how you can create a decision table for this one? So for this one decision table, you can create this like this. Okay, like this one: true, false, true, false. Okay, means this one is your user and this one is your password. If you are entering valid, then it will be true. If you are entering valid and invalid, then it become false. False to false, false. So this is called truth table or a decision table. Got it? So next question, can you explain defect life cycle? So the defect life cycle, let's go through practically through the diagram. It's much easier for you to understand. Okay, so the once we have to raise any bug, so this one is at the initial stage is new, then it will be assigned to the developer. Okay, once developer assigned it, developer will fix it and send to QA team. They will verify. If it is fixed, then it will be closed, but it's not fixed, then it will be reopened, and once it will be reopened, then it will be reassigned. Okay, and after the assign it will be resolved and then fixed and then closed. Okay, but still some of the bug is not marked not necessary to fix, or sometime due to some bandwidth developer not fix the bugs, so these are marked is unconfirmed, okay, or in the deferred state. So most of the time interviewer asks what do you mean by deferred state. So the deferred state is say that when bug is not necessary to go live, which is not impacting any functional behavior, is called deferred. This one is marked deferred and will fix in the upcoming sprint. Okay, what is defect severity? So the defect severity is blocker, critical, major and minor. Okay, blocker means once we are getting totally blocked, you are not possible to become to further next step, is called blocker. Critical, there are some work around to accomplish task. For example, PDF format file type is not downloaded, PDF file format is not downloaded, whereas word is possible. So this is critical. Okay, major, some error may leads to understanding the title or a content by end user. Example, software display title and the content in English but does not display some of the title Arabic language but display it in English is major. Okay, content is not displayed in Arabic language but in the English, this is major. Okay, minor is kind of missing space between word, comma and missed some sentence. Low, however, fixed it aesthetically pleasing, size of button etc. Button size is some type of plus minus, this is called low level severity. Okay, low severity. Defect priority, what do you mean? So the defect priority impact your business behavior, priority impact your business behavior, and severity impact your functional behavior. So the priority is urgent, high, medium and low. Okay, urgent, if we talk about the urgent means fixed immediately, payment gateway is not processing payment. Okay, conference of the order process not sent via email, SMS, transaction record not printing in account detail etc. in the banking software, it's called urgent. Okay, high, this should be resolved in a subsequent this should be resolved in subsequent release. Example, presentation of the video does not have the company logo as written content but does not have the voice and narrator above the content. If we talk about the medium, then medium is should be fixed based on the level of severity. Medium should be fixed on the severity, on the level of severity. Error occurring while user update his mobile number while communicating, has options such as his email and the mobile. Low, may or may not be fixed. Example, spelling, grammar mistake. Introductory page, portal means privacy policy page, as long as missing of the convey audience. Okay, this one is called low level priority. Okay, what is difference between QA and QC? Very really important interview question. Most of the time interview asks this question. What do you mean by quality and what do you mean by QA and QC? And also interviewer asks, you are QA or you are a QC? So candidate goes to be confused at that time. So the QA target avoiding defect. Okay, where quality is aimed to identify defect. Target avoiding defect, identify defect. Okay, QA is a process focused while QC is end product focused. QA is team usually manufacturing industry gathers certification related to quality of the flow, material used, machines used in the processing and end product and the final product. Whereas quality control is software tester inspect by running the analysis software followed to the product and service to make sure that working fine as per the expected standard or not. So guys, both are the different thing. Most of the time interviewer asks this question. This one is really important interview question. Okay, so stay tuned. You are getting more knowledge from this channel about the interview, how you can crack interview, what are the questions asked in the interview. Okay, so you can share, subscribe this channel and like this channel, and also share your thought in the comment box in which topic you want video, so that I can make more stuff for you. Okay, so the next question is, what is the difference between inspection and audit? This one is your inspection and audit. This one is a QA process. So inspection is where a site is expected to perform or follow standard compliance obligation, whereas audit process is checking the obligation are met or not. Okay, so both are the different. What is quality assessment management? The quality assessment management means it is analysis to observe deviation between actual performance and expected performance. So this is called quality assessment measurement. So guys, these are the 25 questions for today. In next video we can again discuss some 25 questions which are really helpful for you to crack the interview. Please like, share and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET role interview question. Goodbye, have a nice day.